What do you make of this? If the campaign this early, and I guess it's not that early, but it seems early to me, if this campaign is this vociferous, what can we expect to see the rest of the way here?
Yeah, I mean, this might be a case for Ron Johnson of maybe losing the battle, but eventually like coming out ahead in the war, because you know, it makes it look bad that he wasn't at this thing. And you know, people on his behalf are running this this attack on Russ Feingold for the Toma VA, trying to make it sound like, you know, Russ Feingold was like Stringer Bell in there, like handing out drugs to all these people. But I think in a grander scheme, what it does is it reminds people that Russ Feingold was a senator. He actually was in the Senate for 18 years, and he was there for, you know, for a long time. And that's ultimately, you know, kind of, they want to remind people of that fact. When Feingold came out and said that, you know, call me Russ, don't call me Senator, there's a reason for that.
He doesn't remember that.
There is also another difference that comes out as a result of the story, and that was that in his 18 years in the Senate, he was never chairman of anything, whereas or chairman of any major committee or even a minor committee, whereas Ron Johnson has had this committee, and he has pushed through some legislation as a result of it. Well, but what does it mean? I mean, actually, I wrote in an earlier piece on the Feingold campaign about Progressives United, a group that he helped set up, and how they spent their money and so forth. And again, I'm still hearing 7 months after that piece about it, their anger with certain things. And I think it's because this race is such a high stakes thing, it's so important in determining who controls the Senate. A lot of money is going to be spent on this, and there's a lot of concern about the headlines in our stories, because third-party groups are going to take those headlines, turn them into ads, and so they want to. So everybody's very conscious of what's going on with this.
I'm glad you brought up that context too, because it is important. The Democrats feel they have a shot at taking back the Senate. And this race is different because the last time Senator Johnson and Feingold faced off, it was a different electorate. It was an off-year electorate, and our electorates in presidential years, as is the case in many states, tend to be more Democratic. So they feel better about this one for that reason alone.
And Bill Glauber wrote a piece just recently about how in that election, when on election day, both candidates were viewed more positively than negatively by the campaigns. Mm-hmm. That's not going to be the case here, just because tens of millions of dollars are going to be spent over the next 11 months pounding both candidates.
So if you love politics, you're going to love the next few months. And if you don't, I think you need TiVo.